I'm doing an interview on my grandpa on World War II on General vonshokee and Captain Jean Kroll. So, you want to start off by telling a little bit about the gun or something, on what it was and whose it was,
Should we talk about Grandpa
on how he got it?
Grandpa Gene getting the
Yeah.
General vonshokee to surrender?
Mhm.
Okay.
So, like, where did it all start exactly?
He thought he was in Belgium,
Yo, Chile.
but he
What's up?
but he couldn't tell because he couldn't read the town signs, the road signs, because they were all in German. But he said that his general told him he needed to go to this General vonshokee's headquarters and get him to surrender his gun to him.
Mm-hmm.
So Grandpa Gene and his machine gunner and a jeep driver went back 80 miles and behind the German lines to get to his headquarters to get him to surrender his pistol. And he said that there was Germans walking along the road still carrying their weapons, and he told his machine gunner if he saw any of them pick up their gun and act like they were going to shoot at him, that he better be firing.
Mm-hmm. Said earlier about the headquarters being out like 80 miles behind enemy lines. Was that in the country or in town?
No, it had to be in one of the cities in Belgium, but he didn't know which one it was.
Mm-hmm.
And when they got to the Germans or the general's headquarters, like the general didn't want to give up surrender his gun to a captain. He wanted it. He wouldn't surrender to anybody but a general.
Mm-hmm.
And Grandpa Gene told him that he could wait for the Germans, or not the Germans, but the Russians, and surrender to them. But he said they just shot him. They didn't take any prisoners. So he surrendered his gun to Grandpa Gene, and they have his pistol, the general's pistol.
Mm-hmm. So then, since they surrendered to us, did the Russians end up coming anyways, or?
Well, no? They would have, yeah.
They would have, but they didn't.
Well, I don't know. Grandpa didn't say that.
Let's see.
But he said he made it all the way to the general's headquarters without any trouble and made it back.
Mm-hmm. And how many did they have before? Like, how many did they have total for people in the beginning of the war and then at the end?
You mean Grandpa's company?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were losing them all the time.
Mm-hmm. Do you know, like, what they started off with or something? Because you were talking about earlier how there were, like, hundreds of them, and then they went down to
a company, I think, was like 300 people. But every time they'd lose a soldier, why they'd get a replacement.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that they were getting replacements all the time. He just said that he was in the Ordan when the Germans had them surrounded.
Mm-hmm.
When it was terrible cold.
Mm-hmm.
He said he was in a foxhole when the snow there was ice in the foxhole. He said his feet were all wet, his feet were froze.
Yeah.
But they held off. Then I think they had to cross the Rhine River, and that was when they lost all lost their company. There was only Grandpa Gene and 12 other soldiers that made it across the Rhine River. The Germans were up in the hills firing down on them.
Mhm. So then he only had 10 going home with him also.
Well,
Or 12, I mean.
They were bringing more men in all the time.
Mhm.
Young guys, replacements.
Yeah. Do you want to, like, what kind of gun did General vonshokee have?
He had a little SIG 32 special.
And then also this little
holster.
Thing that he also had.
Holster.
And then did he also carry this with him?
That was his.
Carried a Bible with him. And some extra like books and stuff. And then they also had saved Grandpa's dog tags. And then these were, what were they exactly?
These were 9mm shells from a general, or not a general, a lieutenant's pistol that he took off.
From a 45?
Yeah, well, no, it was 9mm.
Or a 9mm, okay.
He took the pistol off one of the dead soldiers.
Mhm. And then this one.
And this was a 32 shell from General vonshokee's pistol.
Okay.
That retired or surrendered to him.
Is there anything else that Grandpa told you about vonshokee surrendering, or
no,
his
he didn't,
thing on World War II?
He didn't say anything more about General vonshokee. He just said he was real arrogant.
Alrighty, thanks.